Hello, this is Betty Bray with 4th Generation Software, makers of Fitrix ERP. This presentation explains how to process product returns to your vendors. Let's go ahead and enter an RMA. We use order type RET for returns. The reason for my return is because the merchandise was received damaged. If you need to enter more description about why the merchandise is being returned, you can use order notes to do this. If you are returning more than one item and reasons for return vary, you can set the reason code for each line item on the purchase order. I can zoom to find my original PO number, but won't because I know it's PO 1693. Entry here is optional. If you want to reference the original PO number, you can enter it here and the detail lines will automatically populate with the items on the original PO and the quantity still in inventory from the PO. For example, if there was a quantity of 10 on the original PO but 3 have since been sold, the quantity that displays in the detail will be 7, as that is all there is left to return. You can delete lines and change quantities as needed. If you do not enter an original PO number and manually enter the line items, the program will check to see what is available for return. For example, if you try to return 10 of an item and there are only 7 available, you will receive the message return quantity decreased to the available inventory quantity, and the quantity will be reduced to 3. If there are none available, you will receive the message there is no available inventory for this item to return. I'm going to confirm my return with my vendor contact, Bill Morgan. I'll use today's date for the confirmation date. And I'm only returning 3, so I'm going to change the quantity to 3. The next step in the process is to print the return PO and send it to my vendor via email, fax, or mail. It's probably a good idea to print out an internal copy for your warehouse personnel too, so they can pull the product from your warehouse to prepare it for shipment. Notice that the form prints purchase return instead of purchase order. Once the return has been shipped, you're ready to remove it from your on-hand quantity. This program works exactly like the Update Receipts program, but is used only for vendor returns. Simply enter the vendor return number or zoom to find it and auto-receive if everything is being returned, or manually enter the quantity being returned. Since my warehouse has multiple bins for each item and this item is under serial number control, I now need to select the serial numbers that are being returned. Next, I'll run the edit and post. The post program will reduce the quantity on hand and make a GL entry to debit AP holding and credit inventory. Lastly, I want to create a debit memo in AP for this vendor. A vendor return is processed exactly like any AP invoice. You simply enter a debit memo number and the debit memo date. Once this has been done, you run the edit and post listing. When the post is run, the following takes place. A debit memo is created on the vendor's account, thereby reducing the amount you owe them. A GL entry is made to debit AP and credit AP holding. This concludes the vendor RMA processing presentation. If you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to give us a call at the toll-free number listed on our website or email us at info@fitrix.com. Thank you for your time.